is your favorite Fall Out Boy song? Leave it in the comments down below. I want to know your thoughts and opinions. I have listened to basically every song that they have ever come out with, so I'm always looking to see what songs that everyone else loves to listen to. So I'm really sad because my Fall Out Boy shirt is somewhere in the massive pile of boxes that I haven't actually unpacked yet. But this is a What to Read Wednesday, and welcome to What to Read if you like Fall Out Boy. Confession, Fall Out Boy is probably my favorite band ever. This idea was once again suggested to me by Sarah Night Owl because she's amazing and has great ideas. And I have decided to use my general fan knowledge and put it to good use. So, if you guys like Fall Out Boy and you guys want some books that will remind you of the band members, then I would definitely stick around for this video. How this is going to work is basically for each band member, I'm going to give you guys a book that you should read. So there will be 4 books in total. The first book and band member that we're going to talk about here is Andrew Hurley. Now, Andy is the drummer for Fall Out Boy. He is actually a straight edge and a vegan, and he loves to do CrossFit. He's very shy, I feel like, and quiet compared to the other ones. He's not really up on front as much. He doesn't really help. He sings, but he's not really like a vocal singer, like you don't really hear him on the tracks. So I felt like for Andy, the perfect book to recommend if you guys like him is Thug Kitchen. This book is actually hilarious. I don't cook that much, as you guys have seen by my Books and Cooks video, but I actually love going through and just reading the recipes because they are just really hilarious. So for example, let's say you want to make grilled eggplant with soba noodles. Well, the first paragraph describing this dish is perfect for the middle of summer when basil and eggplant price have hit rock bottom and you spent all of your money on a new fan. So basically for anyone who lives in Arizona, that's a good recipe for you. I generally love this book, and honestly it's actually really good because all the recipes in here are vegan. So if you are vegan and are looking for a good book to buy, I know that a bunch of people already know about this book and have tried the food. The food's actually really good. I have made one of their taco recipes and it's delicious. So if you guys are looking for a book that will remind you of little Andy Hurley every time you're in the kitchen, then go ahead and buy Thug Kitchen. So the next band member that we're going to talk about is Joe Troman. Now Joe is the lead guitarist and backing vocalist of Fall Out Boy. And Joe is kind of a little bit hard of a personality to pin down. I've kind of been actually he was the one that I had to do a little bit more research on. He's a little bit of a wacky character. He's actually really hilarious. He has a very dry-ish sense of humor. I feel like he's not as approachable to some people as the other members of Fall Out Boy are, but overall he's a genuinely good guy. And honestly, a book that would be perfect if you guys like Joe Troman is 2 a.m. at the Cat's Pajamas. So 2 a.m. at the Cat's Pajamas switches perspective from a bunch of different characters, and it's one of those stories that eventually it connects all the characters at the end to one specific place, and that place happens to be the Cat's Pajamas, which is a bar that is on the brink of shutting down. So it's very musically based. It's set in Philadelphia. The whole book takes place in over the course of one night, and it brings all these characters together at the end, and all the characters are really like lovable. They are very different, very like strong personalities, but they all kind of complement each other in each way, and they're from all age ranges. So there is a 9-year-old girl who wants to be a jazz singer, there's her teacher who's involved, and then there's the owner of the Cat's Pajamas, and they all end up kind of tying into each other's stories and really having an impact on each other. It's almost a bit of the butterfly effect in this. That is the book that I'm recommending for Joe Troman. It is 2 a.m. at the Cat's Pajamas by Marie-Helene Bertino. Now, the third member of Fall Out Boy is someone who's a bit unforgettable, and that is Pete Wentz. Now, Pete is basically the extrovert of Fall Out Boy. He's the one that kind of everyone knows, even though he isn't the singer. Usually you just kind of know the singer, but no, Pete Wentz is the one that everyone kind of recognizes. He has a little bit of a wild phase. He's very energetic and enthusiastic, but it's strange because when he's actually written a couple books himself, but he tends to do a lot more like free verse writing, so it reads almost like spoken word than an actual book. So a book that I thought would be a good reflection of him and his character would be Please Find This, I Wrote This for You and Only You. And it is basically a collection of kind of free verse poetry paired with pictures. I feel like honestly this book could probably have some lyrics from a Fall Out Boy song in it. It fits very well with the same like lyrical writing. Also, it reflects really well on Pete's own style of writing. But yeah, so for Pete Wentz, I'm reading I Wrote This for You and Only You, Please Find This, which honestly is probably as long as about half of the Fall Out Boys song titles. And the last book that I'm recommending is for Patrick Stump. So Patrick Stump is the lead singer. He tends to be more of the teddy bear, I guess you could say. He's got an amazing vocal range, and I loved his solo stuff. I thought that his solo stuff was really good, very jazz punk, because Patrick is such a musical person, because he is the singer of Fall Out Boy, and it feels like a book that he would genuinely read. And this book is Bel Canto by Anne Patchett. This book is kind of based on the Japanese embassy hostage crisis that happened in 1996-1997 in Lima, Peru. So what happens is a group of young terrorists take control of this politician's house in Peru, and one of the people there is an opera singer, and then there's a Japanese businessman, and there's a bunch of other like representatives from around the world who are present. There's a very musical connection between the hostages and the extremists there, and they actually end up bonding and seeing each other as people and not in these extreme ways that you typically view people you don't agree with or people who do these things that you can't understand. Till this day, it's one of my top 10 favorite books that I've ever read. It makes you really genuinely look at the human character and just see what makes us all people, like we aren't just these the actions that we do or the people behind the actions. It's very good. I won't give too much away because I want you guys to go and read it. Even if you guys don't like Fall Out Boy, you guys need to read this book. But that's all I'll say about it. Yeah, it's for Patrick Stump. I'm definitely recommending that one. If he ever asks me for a book to read, I'm going to recommend him to read that one because it's so good. But yeah, so that concludes my what to read if you like Fall Out Boy video. What do you guys think? What books do you recommend people to read if they like Fall Out Boy? I didn't want to do traditionally like band or music related books, or at least not too much so I tried to go a little bit of a different route. But if you guys have any books that you think would be good to read if you like Fall Out Boy, then definitely leave them in the comments down below. I would love to hear your opinions on this. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then you definitely should, because I upload bookish videos twice a week, as well as reaction videos whenever something cool comes out that I want to react to. If you guys haven't seen my last video, then make sure you stick around. It'll be popping up over here right after this. But yeah, so that's all I have for you guys today. Once again, leave comments down below if you have any other books that you think I should have mentioned in this video. But until then, that's all I have for you guys today. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay.